Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm J Ray, and in this video, I'm gonna be talking to you guys about Mafia 3, about my first impressions of Mafia 3, how I feel about Mafia 3, and if it's a good game. If it's a good game, this will be my review in progress. I have actually played around 20 hours of Mafia 3, probably more than that, to be honest. I have done quite a lot. I've currently got 2 districts left to take over, so I'm pretty far into the game. And yeah, we're gonna go and do this little side mission whilst I talk about how my experience has been with Mafia 3. Now, I really enjoy the story. I think the story is amazing. I also really like the gameplay. I think the gameplay is great. I like the fact that the stealth is pretty easy. The stealth is pretty easy. It's pretty bare bones. You can get in cover and whistle and take out a whole crew. Basically, it's really easy to do that. But when your enemies do get closer, if they do see you, the AI is they're really on this thing. Their aim is amazing. If they flank you, it's pretty difficult if they flank you and shoot you straight up, because they get rid of your health really quickly. I love the fact that you run your own crime family. You have to collect kickbacks from your other lieutenants and stuff. I like the fact that earlier on you have to run around and do these things, but later on you gain abilities that make things more convenient. I like that. There is no fast travel in the game, which isn't something I am, extremely fond of, but I don't mind it. A lot of people may not be happy with that, with the fact that they have to drive around a lot. There are some times where you have to drive to a particularly far away destination, and that might not be extremely fun for some people. Oh shit, I should have got some bullets before I came here. Alright, let's just get rid of this guy. But yeah, also, there's no map marker for where you left your vehicle. I don't like that. I think they should have put a map marker there so you could just get your vehicle when you leave it somewhere. Although you can just order a new vehicle at all times, so there's really no definite need for that. But yeah, there are a lot of bugs in the game. There are a lot of bugs in the game, and I need to talk about those, because there have been multiple times where, sometimes they're just small bugs that don't really matter a lot, but sometimes they're really important bugs. Like, for example, in one of the first missions, there was a bug where there was a guy that went over a gate, and I shot him, and then one of my friends that was supposed to come pick me up. I think he was also supposed to run over that guy, but because I had shot him, he didn't run over that guy, and then he just stood there and didn't move whatsoever. Is that guy? Okay, he's up there. How can he see none of his dead bodies? Yeah, the AI is not super smart either. Like, police won't come and investigate something. Once, the dead bodies are found, people don't go on, like, high alert or anything. But I'm not really too upset about that. The stealth is light. It's, like, very light mechanics. You can throw distractions to get people into a specific zone so that you can kill them. Yeah, well, we talked about the stealth already. But yeah, the bugs. At another point in time, I went to break up a protection racket. So there was some guys in a car outside the store. I shot up the car, and then I went to go inside the store, and for some reason I was ran over. Now, ran over in what was basically slow motion. Let's say, I was standing right there and the vehicle went like this, and it killed me. It just, all my health just disintegrated. Like, it was silly. Like, there was no impact or anything. It killed me, and that's happened to me twice now. So I got killed. So that was already annoying me, and I came back. And then I wasn't able to complete those rackets anymore. I wasn't able to destroy the items in the store whatsoever. And I really wanted to do those rackets because it really harkened back to Godfather 2, where you had to beat up people's stores and stuff, and in order to get them to pay you. So I was really excited to do that, and very disappointed when I couldn't do it. So that was one of the bugs. There's also been another bug when I exited a cutscene. I was like unable to move. And how many other bugs have I found? There's, sometimes, you just won't see a waypoint. The waypoint will disappear from the map. And, there's a lot of little things. There aren't a lot of big things. The bugs don't really... They don't hurt the game that much, but they aren't great. They definitely aren't good. I'm definitely not happy about the bugs. And I've had no crashes. I've heard of people saying that they've had crashes, but I haven't had any crashes. But, I did have to reload checkpoints about 3 times due to bugs. There are also choices to make in the game, which I'm happy about. There are a few choices. You get to make the choice of whether to recruit racket bosses or kill them. And you also get to make the choice of whether to recruit informants or kill them. It's basically the same choice. And killing them will get you a small amount of money, whilst letting them survive will add money to your racket, which will make more money in the long term. There's really no reason to kill them at any point in time, because the most you get is like $1,500,000. Maybe you get like 5. I don't know if there's $5,000 ones yet, but maybe you'll get that. But it's never enough to be like, oh, I really need this money right now. This is a really good deal. Let me grab this instead of taking the racket stuff. Like, the racket is definitely encouraged to keep people alive. And you do get to make choices when you take over districts. Like, basically, the gameplay goes like this. You take over a bunch of small things around the district. Then you take over the bosses of those small things. So, for example, this is gambling, and this is the black market. So I'll take over all the black market stuff, like all these little missions. You just go in there, kill some people, destroy some stuff. Eventually you'll do enough damage to make the little boss come out. Then you'll go and get rid of the boss in his... No, is it in his hideout? No, I don't think it... Yeah, it is in his hideout. You get rid of the boss in his hideout. And then for the other one, you do the same thing. You get rid of the boss in their hideout. And then each district has 2 of these, 2 little bosses. And then after you take down the little boss, you'll actually start taking down one of the big bosses. So these are the big bosses. And I've taken down quite a few of them right about now. I don't want to show you every single one of them and get into their backstory, because that might show you some spoilers, and I'd rather you guys experience this great story for yourself. The story is really good. The cutscenes are amazing. But there are a few, there are the proper cutscenes, and then there are, these cutscenes where you just stand and talk to someone, and it basically, they stand there and they look like a robot. They look like a mannequin. It's very awkward. It's very stiff. And they do some movements here and there, but it looks whack. But the story makes up for it, I guess. Like, the writing's very, very, very good. But yeah, with those last missions, as I was talking about, after you take over these 2 underbosses, you get the last big mission, and usually in the last big mission, you get a choice either to kill the person loudly, or approach the objective loudly, or approach the objective quietly. And, it never makes sense to go loudly to me, to be honest. Because even if you go quietly, you still have to kill a large amount of people. I'm not waiting for this traffic light. I was gonna do that, but let's not. You still have to kill a large amount of people. So it really doesn't matter whether you go in loud or not. Although I just don't know what self-respecting criminal would go into a place like super loudly. Let me go and show you an example of one of the damage kind of things, because this is like the main crux of the gameplay. Like, you mainly you mainly go to rackets and kill people, take money, destroy stuff in order to get the damage down, in order to draw out the little boss so that you can kill him, so that you can eventually draw out the big boss. Wow, that was my bad. So let's go to this racket. We are quite far away. I have turned off the music. There is a great soundtrack in the game. but due to copyright claims and whatnot, I have turned it off for the purposes of this video. But overall, I am really enjoying Mafia. I'm really enjoying the gameplay. I've seen a few people say that it's very repetitive, and I completely understand that. You may find it repetitive and boring because you are doing basically the same thing again and again, but I do like the different themes around those things that I'm doing, the different conversations you get to come across, the different story missions you get after you do one of these things, the different things their bosses say when you're going to take them out. You hear them have like a little conversation about you taking over their stuff. And yeah, I really enjoy the gunplay. I think the stealth is okay. I do think in most of these games where stealth isn't, it isn't a big part of the game. Like it's there and it's an option. Stealth usually makes everything super easy. So stealth makes this game really easy. Like it's really easy to just stealthily take out a racket or something. As you just saw me do when I collected those guns. Like it was really easy to stealthily do that. If I had went in guns blazing, it would have been a little more difficult. But yeah, let's see what is going on here. Now, what I can do, let's actually go and use this wiretap, because then I can tell you guys about wiretaps and whatnot. There are collectibles in the game. Collectibles include Playboy magazines, Vargas posters, Hot Rod magazines, and a few other magazines, album covers and stuff like that. I don't think you actually get anything for collecting these things, but when I come across them, I'd collect them because you might as well. I do, make a point to collect the Vargas paintings and the Playboy magazines because, why not? Boobs are lovely. And now we've got that wiretapping. It allows us to have a better understanding of what's going on in the area. It also shows us more opportunities to take out things in the area, and it shows us where all these collectibles are. Now, these fuses, you'll need to collect 3 fuses to wiretap a box, and generally I only wiretap places when I'm going to take over the racket, because you need to wiretap the place in order to let the racket boss live. So right about here, I didn't need to wiretap it, but I wanted to let you guys know what the wiretap stuff was. And yeah, the collecting the junction things is, it gives you a reason to explore. It gives you a reason to come out of your car here and there. But yeah, I do dislike having to get out of my car when I'm listening to a song or listening to some sort of radio show or something like that. I do dislike having to get out of my car in order to get a what is it called again? Get one of those T9 fuses. Alright, let's get my arms dealer around here. You do have a few associates, and when you assign districts to your lieutenants, you'll gain access to more things, basically. Let's get everything. Everything's full. Do you have vehicle? Ooh, let's get that. That's nice. Yes, thank you. Now we are broke. Now we are broke. So now when I go in there, and I was gonna spend $5 on bringing in my armed goons out, which sometimes the armed goons work, sometimes they don't, because as I said, this game is quite buggy. But I do like going in places and bringing my armed goons because they are quite fun to shoot up the place with them. It makes things a whole lot easier. Like if you was having a lot of trouble going into these places by yourself, then you could always bring out some armed goons. I do not have any aiming assist on whatsoever because I find that to make the game way too easy. I guess we'll just go down here. Because I'm good at first person shooters and I wanted a bit of challenge, but as I said before, it is really easy to die in this. I actually don't know if this is going to lead me anywhere worth going. It might not. It might not even give me another entrance to the place that I need to get to. Maybe it will. Let's not even do this. Let's go back up. Let's go back up. Oh my god. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. But there are usually a few ways to enter places. You always have a variety of options. You can always go in stealthily or guns blazing. The only time I was forced to shoot people and not be stealthy was in the, you know, the boat gameplay scene that they showed everyone with Uncle Lou and that. When I went to go deal with him, I had no option to actually approach it silently. As you can see, I've got my silenced pistol, which is what I love. I love silenced guns in games. I always go for the silenced guns because it allows me to take out my enemies from a distance. Silently also. So let's get rid of that guy. And I like to just get headshots. Oh shit, my bad. Nice clean headshots. So now he's a bit suspicious. And let's get him. Shit, I was supposed to go in here with my goons, innit? I was supposed to come in there with my goons, but you know, seeing as we're broke and you know we've done this pretty easily, pretty straightforward, and no one's even caring about all these guys who are dead. Wait, how many guys have we got left? I don't know if it's worth bringing goons. Right, there's 3 guys left. Let's bring the goons so you guys can see what it is. Because I really like it. I really like the fact that you can bring goons. Let's see if they work. Alright, so they come from wherever. Sometimes they come from an advantageous position. Sometimes they come, you know, from a place that takes them a while to get there. And they'll just come in and wreak havoc. And your opponents, your enemies will generally focus on them. So you'll be able to, you know, shoot anyone who isn't paying attention. And you can still move around stealthily while they go in and, you know, go in guns blazing. You don't actually have to go guns blazing because they're going guns blazing and it doesn't ruin your stealth. It generally is better for your stealth because it creates a distraction. So let's destroy this stuff so we can get the money down. As you can see, we're doing damage which takes the value of this racket down. We need to get it down to 0 before we're able to attack the main guy. I think, yeah, we need to go upstairs to destroy that. So we're just going to destroy everything there. You also, every time you steal some money that's lying around, that also brings the value down. Which is quite cool because it's just adding value to my pockets and taking value away from theirs. And I like to steal money and that. Oh yeah, we came here to steal the black money cash, so this should be a nice large amount. Let's see how much this is. 5 grand. And that gets it down pretty nicely. Now, you generally only have to do around 3 to 4 of these in order to get the main boss out, but I like to do as many as possible. Because, you know, why not? The gameplay is there, you might as well get as much as you can out of the game, and I really enjoy the gameplay. I really enjoy going around wait, wasn't it supposed to be? Oh, there's one up here. I love going around killing people, you know, making money for my associates and whatnot, and getting more guns and doing that sort of stuff. But yeah, the money that you get, all you can really do with it is buy guns, buy upgrades, just make you a better killing machine. They did say that there are going to be some post-release free DLC, so you're going to be able to use, you're going to be able to get different clothes and stuff, but I don't think that's going to be a purchasable thing. Alright, we got to go back upstairs because we left some stuff. Where's the stairs? Alright, there we go. So yeah, that's pretty much Mafia 3, man. That's pretty much my impressions of it. I'm having a whale of a time. I'm really enjoying playing this game. I'm going to be streaming it until I finish it. And then I'll probably play it again after that because I'm just really having a lot of fun with it. I've been very excited for it. And I'm not disappointed. The only thing I'm disappointed with is the bugs. Basically. Like, the bugs are really annoying. But they haven't disheartened me from playing the game completely. But yeah, those are my first impressions of Mafia 3. This is my review in progress. I hope this helps you out, like helps you understand what Mafia 3 is about, helps you make a decision on whether you want to purchase it or not. And yeah, I guess the proper review will probably be coming out by the end of this week, by the end of the week after the release date. I don't know when you guys are watching this. But yeah, I hope this video helped you out. Please hit that like button and subscribe, as it really helps out the channel. And be sure to leave a comment down below. Let me know if you like Mafia 3, if you've played it. Let me know if, you know, after this video you're going to get it, or if you're not going to get it. Let me know all that stuff. Let's have a discussion in the comments. And I'll see you guys next time. Also, if you got any questions or anything about the game, then, you know, be sure to join me on my streams from 6 AM to 10 AM every day. Or, you know, you can just catch me when I'll do some random streams sometimes. But follow me on Twitter. Ask me on Twitter if you want. That's generally where I'll reply to most things. But yeah, you can leave a comment down below also. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.